Hi everybody, welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Take two. Yeah, I was almost done with that other video. I paused it. I always hit the wrong button when I go back, so I closed it out instead of resumed it. So I'm going to start over again. Hi again everybody. This is Petra's Happy Place, where I talk about anything that brings me happiness and joy. So my last video was a very different, very departured video for me. I had never done anything like that, and I was sharing my Bible collection, and I am so humbled by all the wonderful responses that I got. My viewers and subscribers are just so kind and so very encouraging to me, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to talk about crochet today. I hope that's okay. I'm in my craft room. I spent several hours, well, a couple hours this morning, and I am about 98% done. Yeah, about 98% done with my room. When I am done, I want to give a tour. I hope that's okay. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but it's just I just have my sweet little puppy and my kitty cat that is, I don't have time to do anything anymore, to tell you the truth. So that's why I start things and I never finish them, because other things get in the way and then I forget, and then you know how it goes. So as I was putting my room together, I counted up my whips, and I have 20 plus whips. Yes, that does not include, now that's just the whips that I have put together in bags. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it might include those things that I just need to sew together. Those things that I need to weave in ends, add buttons, whatever it might be. But yeah, 20. Do you think it's enough? How about I start another one? No. So I'm very, very happy to be starting to get my room together. One of the things that has interrupted my regularly scheduled startitis, is that a thing? Startitis. I know startitis is a thing, but anyway, is that recently, and I think I've shared this, that I have 2 more granddaughters, and let me tell you, they are very much the image of their mothers, and they're gorgeous. So now I have a total of 5. So this youngest, the 2 youngest ones are from my daughters, and the other 3 are from my son. So anyway, what I decided to do was I wanted to make a, I'll get it out here in just a second. Wanted to make a blanket and a sweater and matching hat set for each of them. And so I know that that's going to take some time, and so I started getting busy on it. I went and I got some yarn. You can barely, I can't move the camera because it'll fall. But I've got some yarn I picked up at Hobby Lobby last week when they were still having their 30, not this past week, but the week before, when they had their 30% off. I've got my lemon and ginger tea. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you is that neither one of my daughters is has ever been the frou-frou, frilly, pink, light yellow, and all girls have to wear pink and boys wear blue. They've never adhered to that. In fact, when they were babies, children, and even growing up, every time I put pink on them, they wanted something else. They didn't want to wear any pink. So it was a little difficult. But it caused me to think about now what I want to do for them now. So I have started making, this is another project I just started today, so I think this is project number 21 or 22. But I started using, this is some of the yarn I bought. It's Sweet Delight Stripes by Baby Bee, and it has some very soft, muted, but no pink. It's got a very like dusty lavender, like a sienna color. It has some light sage green. Now it's showing up brighter because the sunlight is coming in. So it's showing up brighter. It's more like these colors here, okay? So anyway, I bought a whole bunch of that, and I started making my my youngest granddaughter. She's about a month old, maybe a little more. Anyway, I'm making her this blanket. I'm about ready to lose a stitch because I didn't have a stitch marker. Hold on just a minute. And it's going to be just a square blanket. I'm sorry, got to put this in here. I don't have my bag with the stitch markers here. But anyway, see, I started off with the granny, and then I'm making some solid rows. Okay, and then I'll probably go back to the granny again. And then I'm going to put, I've got white that I'm going to be using. And the white, I'm going to put a row of baubles. I might even make 3, depending on how big it starts to get. I might put in 3 rows of baubles, like a single crochet around, then baubles, then single crochet around, then baubles, single crochet, and then baubles. And then I can use up to an entire skein of that white, and then just continue doing the blanket in these colors, and then do the borders in the white. So that's what it's looking like. I think the colors are perfect. I love, and I'm using it's a number 3 weight, and see how light and drapey it is. I think it's going to be lovely. So that's what I'm making for my granddaughter Anastasia. Now, I had thought about my oldest daughter. Now, she is very difficult because I think, now see, for those of you that don't know, it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but I haven't really had any kind of conversation with my children in over 12 years. My youngest one I saw several years ago, but anyway, I don't know what she is into, but I know what she liked, and it was more of a turquoise and teals and navies and blues. Well, I had thought about using a certain Baby Bee yarn that I found, and I realized it's just too it's not. She would want a more bold color for her baby. So I had the idea of doing, I have these cloud cakes. I have 2 cloud cakes, and doing a little blanket in the cloud cake in the bold blue. And I'm like, yeah, that might be okay, but I just don't know. Well, I had bought, now I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I think I put it over there. Anyway, I had bought some a different color, just solid, like a white and a blue, like a tealy turquoisey blue. And I thought, okay, I'll do a blanket in those 2 colors. And I'm like, it's kind of boring. Then I remembered something very important. I remembered she and my mom were very close. Now, it wasn't a 3-way thing, you know, between me and my mom and her. It wasn't that kind of a relationship, but she was very close to Mom. In fact, she was so close, she named my granddaughter Mom's name. Her middle name is part of Mom's name. And that's how much she meant to her. And so I had made several things for my mom with this particular yarn. And I remembered, because since I was going through my room and sorting things out, I found in my baby box that I had made this. And these are the colors. This is the yarn that I used for my mom's blanket and pillows and everything, that she loved these colors. And it's a 10 point, or wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points, 12 point star. And it's just so lovely. It's a multicolor here, and then I used the green here, white, and then the multi, and then did a couple rounds of the white again. Now, I thought, and it's so nice and soft and drapey, and I said, this is what I'm going to do for my daughter or granddaughter. Her name is JL, and this is what I'm going to be using for JL as her blanket. And so taking on these colors, see, that's what I want to do. I try to make the hat and sweater somehow coordinate with the colors of the blanket. And so this is going to be for my granddaughter JL, and then this is the colors for my granddaughter Anastasia. Okay, so let me show you this. I also started this. This is one of my whips. I started this. I started Anastasia's baby blanket, a baby cardigan, and it's in these 2 colors. This is cypress and white in the Stylecraft Special DK, and this is her little sweater. Now, she's a month old. This is going to be a little bit big, I'm sure, but I figure I'm going to be giving it to them probably in another couple months. So, and all I've done is the sleeve. Well, I'm almost done with the sleeve. I'm going to do some white to make it narrow and do some kind of a ribbing of some kind. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the end. But I know moms trying to get, especially if they already have a long sleeve shirt on or something like that, trying to get a baby arm. I wanted to leave as much room as possible up, to the elbow area. So I need to put the white on here, and I need to finish the sleeve and put the white on here, and then find buttons. I was going to do a hood, but instead of doing a hood, I'm going to be making a little beanie. So this is going to be Anastasia's, and take a look at how pretty. Now this is the yarn for the blanket, and you can see, isn't that going to be pretty? I think it's going to be lovely. I think it's going to be lovely. Now let me get the bag to put this in. I am using, or following loosely, I should say, a Yarnspiration free pattern. It's called the Baby Stripe Sweater. And I just picked it up and printed out a copy. I pretty much followed the directions for the front, but I did make some alterations to the actual, because it called for a 4-weight yarn. I'm using a 3-weight yarn, and so I did some gauging, and I ended up using the 3-weight yarn and the size hook that it was recommending, which I believe is a 5.0. I'm pretty sure it's a 5.0 millimeter. So, and then so for my granddaughter JL, I'm going to be using these colors for her sweater. And now this is a 4-weight yarn, so I mean, I could make it, but I like this drapiness. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I can come up with in my stash where I can make a sweater. Now she is a little older, so maybe I could follow the same pattern and use the 4-weight yarn. I don't know. But I do have some more that was Hobby Lobby yarn. That I love this yarn. So take a quick sip. Now, yeah, I'll tell you what, it was very difficult to pick out of all my whips which ones I was going to show you today, because I'm limiting it to 3. Because I think that's about as many as I can put in a short amount of time, okay, talk about. So this one probably will take the most amount of time being talked about. Shortly after I moved here, the beginning of July, I can't believe it's been only 2 months. I feel like we've been here a year. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyway, excuse me. I decided I want to make myself with no pattern, no influences. I wanted to make myself a sweater, a long, cozy, comfy sweater that I could wear all the time, and I mean, I could just wear out. And I looked through my stash because I really didn't want to buy any yarn. And I found 2 colors. Let me get them out. Oh. This is these are Life DK by Stylecraft. And if you're not familiar with this, Stylecraft has a line of DK yarns that are have a little bit of wool in them. Let me see what percentage. Yeah, now this one has, they have the same amount of wool, 25%. This is this Life DK called Silver Gray, and it's a light dove gray. And then this is called Pebble Nep, and it has all those little neps in it. You see that? I love that because it's a gray, it'll go with this. It goes really well with this because they're both gray, right? But what I like about this is it has browns and khakis and blacks, little neps in it. And that's what I want. I wanted this because the nep allows it to be worn with so many different colors. I'm not just limited to gray, wearing it with gray. I can actually wear khaki slacks with it. I could wear a camel colored turtleneck. I could wear an off-white shirt, a black shirt. In fact, I do have a black, I just bought a black button down, and I wanted wool content. See, I had all these things in my head that I wanted, and these met my criteria. Well, I counted up all the balls I had, the skeins I had, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I have enough. So I pulled out another yarn, and it's the same yarn, but it was in a dark purple. And the more I looked at it, I went, I do not like that purple in here. I do not like it. I would rather get more of one of these. And the more I looked at it, the more I realized I really love this nep. So I ordered 3 more from Lovecrafts, and yeah, so this has 72 premium acrylic, 25 wool, and 3% viscose, which is that nep. And then this is 75 acrylic and then 25 wool. Okay, so let me show you how far I've come. Now, it's interesting. Hold on. I dropped I'm using a 4.5 millimeter, and this is my, what hook is this? This is a Hiya hook. That's the hook I'm using. Now, it's interesting. It was very interesting. I was watching Crystal's from Bag a Day. I was watching her brand new video on how she designs. And I just found it fascinating, and I learned so much from that video. Guys, I'm telling you, you need to watch the video. She doesn't think she's doing a good job, but I think she's doing an amazing job in showing how she creates. But she does it from the front. So she looks at the front and then does the back. Well, I have always done the back first and then the front. So I am working on the back right now. And I have got this far, you see. Oh, I don't know if I can even show this. Hold on a minute. So this right here is all the side up to right here, and this is under the arm. So I have a couple more, well, not a couple more. I've got a nice section to do to get to the shoulder, okay? And this is the back of it. It looks huge, doesn't it? I hate to say it, but I needed it because of my big rear end. And besides, if I do lose weight, then it'll just be a big comfy sweater. Now, I'm going to tell you the things I love about this. Number one, it's a 3-weight yarn, so it's not thick and bulky, and it's very drapey, right? But because of the wool, it's going to be nice and warm. And I don't think I'm going to have a problem wearing it, even with, you know, no sleeves or short sleeves or something like that. So, like I said, I'm going to wear this all the time. And I'm using the, what stitch is it called? I don't know. Some people call it the lemon peel stitch. I don't know. It's the single, double, and then it's reversed on top of it. Okay, that's what I'm using. But I started designing it with these little stripes where I'm doing, you know, a row of. It's hard to see on this slide because I didn't do it quite right. But see how it's a row of gray, dark gray, light gray, dark gray. It looks like it's all kind of together here. And then on this section here, you can definitely see it, but it looks all together on that side. Yeah, I didn't count correctly. Well, I did count correctly, but it didn't work out where I was doing it the same on both. But anyway, I also knew I wanted to have a big portion of the dark right across my midsection. And because, you know, who wants to look big around the midsection? So you kind of like hide it. You hide it, right? Okay, so yeah, I've got to finish that. And then I'm going to be making the front panels, and then I'm going to be making the sleeves. And then once I get them all put together, it's going to be a very large sweater. Like I said, I need it around my booty. And so it's going to be really big on top. I don't care. And then what I want to do is put a lot of ribbing around here because I want it to be a nice big shawl collar. And I'm so excited about doing that, guys. I'm so excited. So on the front, it's going to be designed a little bit differently because I'm going to have to put a V and make it a V in the front. So, but anyway, I am just loving it. And this is my project when I just want to work on something for me. Yeah. I figure everything else I'm working right now is for somebody else. I've got hats and stuff and all kinds of stuff that are whips that are for me. And the ones that I'm starting are for the grandkids, and I'm doing some hats for, I might even try my hand at selling them. But this one and several of the other projects in there are going to be just for me. So this one I can hold off working on until I get some others finished, because I do want to finish those other ones first. As long as I get this one done before Christmas, I'll be happy. And I don't think that should be a problem because I'm about halfway there. All I have to do is work on that blanket, which won't take long at all for Anastasia, and then the little sweater and little hats for, yeah, so it shouldn't take long. And I've just got a lot other things going, and but I still am crocheting. Okay. You guys have been such an amazing group of people. I had so many wonderful responses to my video when I was talking about my health. And when I get any updates, I will let you know about, any test results or tests that I have to take, anything like that maybe you're interested in. I will let you know. I still have to do some additions to my last video. I still want to include a lot of links. I have not opened up my computer in several days, but when I open up my computer, that's going to be my first order of business, is to be able to add all the links to those Bibles there for you. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Happy Labor Day. I hope you are able to relax, even if it's just for a few minutes, and enjoy that extra time together. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.